You're watching Machindo's hometown station, HTV1.
Hello everyone, it's Brett Boyd from the Market House, where we have adjusted our hours to serve the community and keep our community and our associates safe. So now Market House is available to you from 9 until 6 every single day, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. with an exclusive shopping hour for seniors from 9 to 10. And don't forget our text shopping service as well, 517-234-2020. Market House is here for you.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
From Machindo's news leader, this is HTV1 News at noon.
Well, coronavirus numbers continue to climb, but good news comes out with the increase. Well, good afternoon, Machindo. I'm Scott PIENTA. Well, taking a look at the latest numbers from yesterday, Branch County reports 79 cases and 2 deaths. Hillsdale County has 152 cases and 21 deaths. Lenawee County is now reporting 127 confirmed positive, 62 recoveries, and 2 deaths. With 29 probable cases, 17 recovered, and no deaths in that category. Statewide, Michigan now reports 22,686 people recovered. Steuben County has lost another resident to COVID-19. Their second 62 total cases have been confirmed there. Williams County has 32 confirmed cases, 12 probable cases, and 1 death. Fulton County counts 30 confirmed cases and 1 probable case, and they're now reporting 25 people who are no longer in quarantine or in isolation. WTVB says another Lakeland Correctional Facility inmate has died, bringing that Coldwater prison's number of COVID-related fatalities to 19. The prison has been in the focal point of the coronavirus outbreak in Michigan prison system, as it was the first to undergo testing all of their inmates. So far, 791 of the facility's more than 1,400 inmates have tested positive. 634 have tested negative, 23 are in a step down, and 14 have recovered. 34 staff members have tested positive, but we have no word on how many have recovered. The Michigan Department of Corrections and Lakeland Warden Brian Morrison are currently facing a federal lawsuit brought on by several prisoners who say that the prison system has left them in danger due to the pandemic. MDOC officials have previously said that any inmate who showed symptoms would be tested. In Madison Township, the Daily Telegram says that the Gus Harrison Correctional Facility is reporting its first 2 inmate deaths. 66-year-old Leonard Meminger and 59-year-old Anthony Wright died from the coronavirus, confirmed by the Department of Corrections last Tuesday. Now, both died in health care facilities, but the paper notes that they were both long-term inmates and were part of the general prison population. As of Thursday, Gus Harrison reported 77 positive cases. Now, that's up from 20 cases just 2 days prior. MDOC officials say that they're working to test all prisoners in the state. The Hillsdale County Medical Care Facility announced Friday that they have completed testing all residents, and the results are in. 4 additional cases were found at the nursing home, while 111 residents were negative, and 10 people have recovered so far. The MCF says that the 4 people who newly tested positive did not show any symptoms and now are in isolation unit for 21 days. They'll move back to their area of the facility after the isolation, but they'll remain in a 7-day precautionary isolation. Facility officials say that the point of the testing was to identify asymptomatic patients so they could provide focused care. They're still waiting on test results for the staff. The impact of the pandemic on local events continues. The biggest news in that regard came on Friday as the organizers announced that there will not be a Lenawee County Fair this year. The Lenawee Agricultural Society Board met on Thursday to make that decision. They say that given the current health care crisis and Governor Gretchen Whitmer's announcement of the Michigan Safe Start plan, the board determined that they could not protect everyone, hold exhibitions, or keep the fair fiscally strong by opening. As with many other events, some aspects are being moved online as the Fair Board and the MSU Extension Office are working to help the 4-H participants with cost and for virtual exhibits and shows. They also plan to hold a virtual fair queen pageant. The board has already begun work on next year's Lenawee County Fair, which is scheduled for July 25th through the 31st of 2021. As for other local events, the City of Bronson has postponed the annual citywide sales event that has been scheduled for this Saturday the 16th, but city officials say that they're looking at the possibility of rescheduling the event for later this summer. The Swanton Enterprise reports that Archibald will not be opening its public pool this year. Parks and Recreation Director Jennifer Kidder says whether or not she agrees with all of the changes that have come along amidst the pandemic, she has to follow the guidelines and regulations coming from the state and local authorities. She says maintaining social distancing requirements at the pool would be impossible without additional staff and constant enforcement. The Bryan Times says that the Bryan City Band has postponed its schedule. The 169th season was set to kick off with the practice next week, but the band announced on Wednesday that the pandemic has thrown a wrench into those plans. They normally practice in the Bryan High School band room, but all school facilities are currently closed. There's also a matter of keeping the musicians and the audience within social distancing guidelines. But they do intend to do something this year. They're just not sure yet what that will be. The Bryan City Band has performed in continuous seasons since 1852. The TIBBITS Opera House Summer Theater Program is still on for now, but several factors have changed, including the schedule. According to WTVB Executive Director Christine Delaney says that the performance company has been reduced from 50 people to just 12. That means that they'll have to downsize to smaller shows, but the final plans that have not been announced for that yet. The Man of La Mancha and Love Letters will still be on the schedule, but they'll both be presented in Reader's Theater style. There will still be music, but no props, costume, scenery, or special lighting, and the actors would be seated on stage. A statement on the theater's website says these won't be full productions. They'll still have to leave audiences fulfilled. Now, Delaney thanked the summer theater sponsors, all of whom will be sponsoring the entire season, not just one sponsor per show. Once everything is in place, the new plans will be announced at thetibbits.org. Well, still to come, local schools are planning for big cuts in state funding, and the colleges are looking ahead to fall, whatever that may look like. You're watching HTV1 News at noon.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge, and that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family-owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
Authentic Mexican food is just a short drive away at El Cerrito in Coldwater and Hillsdale. The variety packed menu has something for everyone, with classic Mexican dishes, El Cerrito specialties, and tasty treats for dessert. Don't forget the best margaritas in town with margarita specials Friday and Saturday. And carry-out ordering is great for work lunches or picking up dinner for the family. Make your next meal a fiesta for your taste buds at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
Well, local schools across Michigan are being told to prepare for budget cuts of over $2,000 per student, up to $3 billion in losses statewide for the current fiscal year. The Telegram says a memo sent out by the Michigan Department of Education says that the state's school aid fund is facing a shortfall of anywhere between $1 and $3 billion in the fiscal year ending June 30th. Now that could even climb to $4 billion for the next fiscal year starting July 1st. Per student funding is multiplied by student count in each district to determine an operating budget for each school year. The memo advises schools to develop multiple budget plans with varying cuts between $200 and $650 per student. Now, Tecumseh Superintendent Rick Hilderly told the paper that this could mean anywhere between $100,000 to $2 million in cuts for his district. Sales tax, income tax, and a 6 mil levy on all property makes up the state's funding for schools in Michigan. Districts should have a better picture of what the state's funding will look like following a revenue estimation conference this Friday. In Ohio, school districts are already planning for cuts based on announcements made by Governor Mike DeWine last week. The Bryan Times says DeWine has promised cuts to schools' funding as part of a $775 million restriction on spending due to shortfalls from the coronavirus pandemic. $355 million are being removed from the state's K-12 funding and $110 million are being taken from higher education. The Times estimate that the schools district serving Williams County could lose up to $1.15 million for fiscal year 2020. Local school officials liked to pinch in a gut, the local school officials linked it to a punch in the gut that says without any plans to manage the losses, they don't know how that they're going to make it through the crisis, especially with more cuts expected to come in the future. The Ohio Federation of Teachers is expressing their concern as well, saying schools need more resources, technology, and staff to meet the growing emotional, physical, and academic needs of their students. ADRIAN College is planning to open campus and hold in-person classes this fall. The Telegram says President Jeffrey Docking made that announcement on Thursday. The college is working with the Lenawee County Health Department to take all necessary precautions. Docking said in a press release that this is a new reality as the college and as a country, we need to venture out to learn. How we thrive is a group of scholars while staying safe and caring about each other. And that includes on-campus experience. While 600 incoming freshmen are expected so far, retention for the fall semester is running higher than expected. And the release says that those are the signs the students desire to return to normal life as soon as possible. Over in Siena Heights, University is being a little more conservative, as their telegram says that they're exploring options for a fall reopening, but they don't expect to have a normal start. SHU President Sister Peg Albert said at the school's executive council have been working with local governments and health officials to come up with several scenarios for reopening next school year. In their press release, they say that they intend to resume in-person activities for the fall, but that's highly dependent on the continued decline of the COVID-19 in the area, as well as regulations at all levels. They release aids that they'll be adopting instructional and residential life models, as well as on-campus activities to protect everyone involved and mitigate risks in every reasonable way possible. Well, more news at noon coming right up, including a grass grill may have sparked a fire that destroyed a garage and a shed. And a Coldwater man is in a Steuben County jail after leading an Indiana State police trooper on a high-speed chase. We'll stay right with us.
The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Does your vehicle sound like a tractor putting down the road? Then you need to see the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. They will give you a free estimate along with first-class customer service. They custom make any exhaust needed for your vehicle. Stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everyone, it's Brett Boyd from the Market House, where we have adjusted our hours to serve the community and keep our community and our associates safe. So now Market House is available to you from 9 until 6 every single day, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. with an exclusive shopping hour for seniors from 9 to 10. And don't forget our tech shopping service as well, 517-234-2020. Market House is here for you.
A space heater was the apparent cause of a house fire that caused $50,000 worth of damage in Angola yesterday morning. The Herald-Republican and WTBB reported that it happened around 9 a.m. Sunday on North Martha Street, just south of Mill Street. Now, that heater was left too close to combustible material, setting off the blaze. Firefighters arrived to find smoke coming from the second-floor windows, and while they were able to contain the flames to the room where the fire started, the second floor suffered heavy smoke damage, and the first floor was significantly damaged by water. Now, no one was injured, but several cats were rescued. Crews cleared the scene around 10:30 a.m. A Friday afternoon fire destroyed a garage in Branch County, Batavia Township. WTBB says it happened on Langwell Road around 4:30 Friday afternoon. Crews found both the 24 by the 30-foot garage and a 10 by 12-foot shed fully engulfed, with flames spreading to the exterior walls of the house 10 feet away. Now, crews were able to quickly stop the flames outside the house, but the garage and the shed were both declared a total loss, including the contents inside, all amounting so far to about $28,000 in damages. Authorities believe that the fire started with a nearby gas grill. Well, that was just one garage fire that Branch County firefighters had to put out on Friday, and this was the other. WTBB says a detached garage caught fire on Fox Road north of US 12 around 2:30 Friday afternoon. Crews found significant fire and smoke coming from the two sides of the garage, and Coldwater crews requested help from Quincy to tackle that blaze. They were able to get inside the garage and put out the fire, protecting a house nearby. The fire was put out by about 3:15, and crews left the scene around 5. Now, no one was injured, and there was no word yet on what caused that fire. Damages of that fire estimated around $70,000. The Michigan State Police need your help to find these men. 2 of the 3 who are suspected of breaking into Rick's Party Store on the south side of Coldwater last weekend. According to WTVB, the incident happened around 12:50 a.m. on Sunday, May 3rd. The 3 suspects wearing dark clothing and jeans broke in through the front door to steal several bottles of liquor along with packets of cigarettes and cigars. If you have any information, you're asked to call the MSP Marshall Post at 269-558-0500. And a Coldwater man allegedly reached speeds of over 100 miles an hour on northbound I-69 through Steuben County over the weekend. According to WTVB, the Indiana State Police says that a trooper spotted the car at speeding north around 1:40 Saturday morning near the Ashley-Hamilton exit. Now, after chasing it for 8 miles, the trooper finally caught up with the vehicle, reaching a top speed of 112 miles an hour. Now, the driver pulled over and stopped around mile marker 351 near the Lake James exit. 26-year-old Nicholas Sajecki was booked at the Steuben County Jail on 5 charges, including felony operating and operating while intoxicated. The charges also include 2 misdemeanor charges for OWI, driving a suspended license, and reckless driving. Sajecki remains in jail pending an initial court hearing. Police activity is on the rise in general in the area. As the Daily Reporter says, Branch County 911 is now back to fielding pre-March call numbers at between 127 to 142 calls per day. That number had dropped off to less than 90 calls per day when Michigan's stay-at-home order was first issued. On top of that, police had been stopped drivers for serious violations, but now they're back to stopping drivers for minor infractions, and they're already led to several arrests. 23-year-old Joshua Carney of Coldwater was stopped for a seatbelt violation on Thursday when his MSP trooper saw a holstered pistol in his hip. It is illegal to carry a concealed weapon in the vehicle in Michigan, and Carney didn't have a concealed pistol license. He's been ordered not to possess any weapons and appear in court on July 9th. 38-year-old Joshua Montgomery was stopped for a minor traffic violation when the officer found a baggie of meth in the car. Now, Montgomery was charged with meth possession and a habitual offender and was lodged at the Branch County Jail on the $25,000 bond, and a preliminary hearing scheduled for May 19th. As well as 31-year-old Jennifer Smith, formerly of Bronson, was found passed out in her car near some storage units in Coldwater on Thursday. Police found a meth-filled syringe and a baggie of drugs in the vehicle with her. They also found 23 pills of an opioid drug. Smith was charged with meth possession, bringing a contraband into jail, and felony possession of analog drugs. Now she's currently free from custody, faces random drug tests, and has a preliminary exam set for the 25th of June. We'll be right back to wrap things up right after this.
El Cerrito's variety-packed menu has something for everyone. With generous servings and lots of flavor, you'll think of it as a fiesta for your taste buds. Dine in or carry out at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family-owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Well, just a quick traffic note before we go. First, the telegram says the 400 block of South Scott Street in Adrian will be closed tomorrow morning for utility maintenance. Now that does depend on weather conditions. Drivers should avoid that area if possible. Well, those are today's top stories. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for HTV1 News at noon. Don't forget, you can find more news in our live stream 24/7 at htv1.net. For all of us here at HTV1, I'm Scott Pienta. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and have a great day, everyone.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everyone, it's Brett Boyd from the Market House, where we have adjusted our hours to serve the community and keep our community and our associates safe. So now Market House is available to you from 9 until 6 every single day, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. with an exclusive shopping hour for seniors from 9 to 10. And don't forget our text shopping service as well, 517-234-2020. Market House is here for you.